welcome to the first episode of Volgmas. And my name is Emilia. I'm coming from Sweden, where I live with my husband, our 4 lovely children, our 5 crazy dogs, and the kids are crazy though, also, and a lot of ducks, turkeys, and also rabbits now. If you are following me on Instagram, you maybe have already seen those 2 lovely small floof balls that have moved to our farm. But we are not here to talk about the farm. We will talk a little bit of some farm updates, but not now. We will also talk a little bit of health updates. But we are talking about knitting. And today I'm not going to show you any finished people garments. I will show you tomorrow, or in my next episode. I will not promise this will be tomorrow, because it depends a little bit how I'm feeling. But if I feel like I feel today, maybe I will manage to do something. But anyway, we are going to talk a little bit about gift knittings. I have been so obsessed with one certain pattern for the last few weeks, so I have made a few of it now. But to make a long story short, my mother-in-law and also me, we have a dog breed that's called sockpatterns. That's a naked Mexican dog. I will pop in a picture over here so you can see what I'm talking about. She has the big size, the standard size. I do have the medium size, and I also did have the miniature, but sadly we lost him in this beginning of this year due to the vet think it maybe was some epilepsy or some heart attack or something. They couldn't really tell, but he passed away. Only 5 years old. That's quite sad. So I only have one naked now, and one is enough if you ask me. But they are freezing. As I said, we're living in Sweden. We have all 4 seasons, so they are freezing, and she is obsessed with her dogs. She loves them to pieces like her own child. So the only one who actually can compete with them is her grandkids. So I thought I will make some beautiful dog sweater, not this type of boring simple dog sweater. Like I can show you one that I have made, but this is just the simplest dog sweater you can even think of. It's just straight up knitting. Yes, I love you too, my baby. My little baby. So this dog sweater is just plain and quite boring, if you ask me. So what do? Yes, I go in and I search Ravelry, and who do you think I pop onto? It's the one and only Stephen West. And I thought his dog sweater was so damn cute. I don't kidding, but look at this. It's so damn cute. I hope you can see it. I will pop in a picture anyway, so. But oh my. And it was so funny. It was something new. Something different. So I bought his ebook for this. So he's a lot of fun thing. He is just a fun man. And I started. So for her female dog, I have already finished one. There it is. And then I have started for the female dog's pup. She has 1 pup left after her breeding last year. Just last year. So I have started for her male dog. And isn't this cute? And I just thought I need to have some fluff. So I have a lot of scraps of mohair. I have a lot of scraps of just random colors laying all over, and all of this grey mohair. I use 1 strand of a finger weight yarn and then 2 strands of mohair because it would be a decay. But I thought, oh well, every type of mohair yarn I have, most of them are grey or reddish, pinkish, bluish. I have maybe 15 grams of one blue and 50 grams of another type of bluish, like this. Just random scraps, and I pair them all together with a finger weight yarn. I thought that would be just so fluffy and so wonderful. So that's what I'm currently working on for now. And I will make one for Max, even though he has his fur. But he is a cold little bastard. We are actually laying here on the sofa with my heating blanket on and a blanket on my lap, and he's laying under it all single day, except when he's out hunting. Then he doesn't bother, it's cold outside, but otherwise he is freezing, that little boy. So, and he is a blanket thief. He is. So if you do have people around you that has dogs that are using dog sweaters and stuff like that, I can highly recommend Stephen West's, what was the name again of it? I have so hard to remember stuff. Honey Hound sweater from Stephen West. He is so cute. I just love it. I hope I will be able to gift her this as soon as finished, and she can take some beautiful picture of her beautiful dogs. They are beautiful. Still though, I think they are a little bit creepy. They seem quite dangerous looking, but they are the sweetest dogs you could ever imagine. I love my one, Hugo. He is an old grumpy guy. He is 9 now, but he is the most loyal companion you can even think of, and they have so much personality, and yeah, they are also small thieves, so you need to keep all food away so they cannot steal it. Hello. So that's the thing I'm working on for now, but as soon as I'm finished with the second sweater, then I'm planning to do some other gift knittings, because it is December, and usually I have had for 5 or 6 years like a little bit of tradition that I'm making my father a knitted sweater, but I am not in the state for knitting a whole sweater for now. I want something smaller, so I'm thinking maybe I will go for socks, hats, scarves, maybe a tinier shawl or something, mittens perhaps, and something. We will see what I will come up to. But I do have one request though for myself, that I cannot buy new yarn for the Christmas gift. I need to work through the yarns I have here at home, because it is overwhelming much. I didn't think I would ever said that I might have too much yarn. So my husband actually asked me if I wanted a calendar, a yarn calendar this year, but I told him no. I need to go through the stuff I have for now. So that's the plan for my December, and I will try to take you with me, but I can promise you that it will not be every day, because I'm not feeling that good. And the reason for why is, if you are not following me on Instagram, I knew I have a few new viewers on my channel. Welcome over here. I'm so happy to have you. But I had my surgery last Monday, so it have... Oh my god! It became so bright from the TV. It's just... Oh, wow. I had my surgery last Monday, so today it's a week. Exactly 1 week. And I was not prepared at this surgery. I knew it would be a bigger surgery, and we were talking on from the beginning. I realized that when they told me that this cord thing had dropped and get a little bit tangled and all of that stuff. But I didn't realize that they're going to slice me up like this. So, as you might realize, most of my back is, not most of my back, but a huge part of my back and side are upsliced. So it became a bigger surgery, and it has literally been aching so much. It's so painful. I don't know if I will sit, I will lay down, I will stand up, I will just drop on the floor dead, or just crying. So, but one day at a time, and just breathe and breathe, and hopefully the pain will probably become better. But they told me this 2 first week I need to count that the pain is going to be escalating a little bit, because they needed to fasten a new cord would help with like a thin metal bar, so it cannot slip again, because the area where it will sit is quite damaged. Not damaged it that way that it's going to affect me functional wise. It's more, it's bigger than it should be to have this cord after it had been wiggling around and making the space much bigger. And because of that, and also we have one part on my back that it actually, where it's still paralyzed, so my muscles don't have the function to actually keep it where it should be. And this was the biggest reason this happening, that they didn't realize that this is a possibility, that this cord can slide down and get tangled. If they had realized that the first time, they would have done this type of surgery from the beginning, where they are putting this metal bar on the side of it, and then the cord, the electricity cord, so it's stiff and not so bendable over that place, because that place is right between my shoulder blades, so you don't have this much movements anyways. So it is a little bit flexible, but not as much as the cord. I hope I did explain that, so you can understand what I'm trying to say. But it's quite a big blur in my head too, so I just go with what the surgeons told me. But this is not the end of surgery. I really did hope it was, because this cord, that is an electric cord that will stimulate the nerves to keep the nerve pains away, need to go the highest up to the last vertebrae in my neck. And they cannot reach that one because of, as they thought, a lot of scar tissue after the actually injury. So the place they want to reach, they cannot do with this type of surgery. So now I have the cord lying like in this area, and we need to go up here. So when the cord have been healing and it's stuck in place where it should be, like say 8 weeks. They are hoping for 8 weeks, but they thinking more like 12 to 14 weeks. But in this 8 week, I cannot bend, I cannot twist, I cannot twist my head around, and I am not allowed to carry anything, not even, I can carry a glass of water or stuff like that, but they have told me that I need to try to stand away from the carry movement, the movement of carrying or lifting stuff. And here I sitting, try to explain with my hands what I shouldn't do. See, this is not going so good for me. But anyway, and I cannot add some weight to it in this first 8 weeks. So it has a chance to actually get stuck where it should be. But after that, and everything's looking good, I have no inflammation left, I do not have this huge trauma response on the area where they have had the surgery, so my body is not in so much stress after this surgery. I will go under anesthesia again and do a very much longer surgery where it will go into my neck and actually fasten this cord in a way that they wouldn't have to if this had worked. They was hopeful that this would work when you just slide it up from like a little hole in your back and you slide it up and it fastens there and everything is good, everything is fine. But it doesn't work. They need to go through this area where the damage is and actually fasten it off properly so it cannot move. Because of damage itself, it is quite a risky thing to have it moved there, because this is triggering my nerves that not exist anymore where it should exist, but the holes from the nerve ends, and that makes small bleedings all the times. So we cannot have that type of movement, so they need to fasten it up properly. And no, I'm not happy about it, but I don't know what I should feel about this. I'm so sick and tired of surgery. I'm so sick and tired of every time I do a surgery, it leads to another surgery, and so on and so forth. But when I tried this system out for the first time against the nerve pain, it worked so damn good. That week before it put it in permanently, my nerve pain was so much better. And these past years, they have tried to redo that again with the permanent system that are inside. The other, you had the electric cord inside, and then you had your battery pack on the outside. The battery is now on the inside too. That's why I'm sliced up on the side. There's where the battery is sitting. But with that said, they didn't manage to do that. I had a few weeks, maybe 2, maybe 3, after the first surgery that it did work. It did work so damn good, and I was so happy, and I could sleep better. I could manage my life so much better. And in this few weeks, I also decided that I would quit my job and get my new job and start working. Maybe a very dumb idea, maybe, but I was feeling better. Not good, but much better. And then something happened that led up to this surgery. And the thing that happened, it was it didn't stuck where it should, because it was not able to stuck where it should because of the injury from the beginning. So hopefully, otherwise I would have said no to these surgeries. I would just said, pull it out, leave it with that, stitch them back together, and we are skipping this whole idea. But I know that feeling, and I want that feeling again. I really do want that, because I think that can solve a lot. It will not ever solve the problem that I cannot lift my upper arm. Okay, I got it. I do. But I seriously, I just have to accept what's ruining is ruining. But if I just can get a little bit of release of the pain, I will be happy. And I think my tiredness, my brain fog, and all of that come with living with constant nerve pain would be so much better. That was a long speech about surgery, but I'm doing okay. We are doing this Volgmas. We are going to talk about knitting, and we are going to talk about joy, fun, and peaceful stuff. Because I need it. I think all need a little bit of joy right now. So that's what we are going to focus on in this Vlogmas. Then if we're not talking about knitting, we may be talking about some other crafty stuff. I do actually have some sewing that I am so tempted to pick down from my shelf and start again. So maybe we shall see. But now I will lay down again. I feel miserable. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.